Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Sorcerer Guide. I think in this episode I'm going to continue kind of the quote-unquote cleanup of the side content, mainly by going to the Painted World. Now, I was informed in the comments of the previous episode that I did actually once again screw up Ziegmeyer's quest line, and he's on the other side of the pit and I missed him. However, I'm too lazy to go back there. There's no easy way to return to where he is, and it's too long of a walk. So I'll pass, thanks. You know, that's what I was gonna say. Especially since, I mean, you get a Titanite slab out of it. Big whoop. I'm not even using normal weapons with this character, so... What the... Low profiling little bitch. Get backstabbed because of that. These dudes love to low profile, and I think at this point I can kill them with this. They don't have the most HP. Nice dodge. Except, yeah. Yeah, it ain't helping, is it? 360 damage. It's a 360 no scope. So yeah, Painted World I'll be able to clear out fairly quick. There's nothing there that I want. I think I got all the spells, right? I'm not missing like some weird, obscure, shitty spell. I don't think I am. So yeah, let's go. One of the few times in the game where you get to see your character with his weapon on the back. Same as when you come to Anor Londo. It happens a very few times. There's a pixelated ass painting. That's pretty much an 8-bit painting if I ever seen one. Looks like a background in like Mario or something. This place is so cool. The thing is, I kinda like the first DLC of Dark Souls 3. And you know, the story is okay and all that, but you know, it's like, once again, the biggest gripe of Dark Souls 3 is just like, copy what Dark Souls 1 did, just do it slightly different. Because it's nostalgia, you know. The same thing that people complain about, which I completely get, about Solo, you know, the new Star Wars movie, is that there's so many just like wink wink nod fan moments in it that, you know, it's just like, those are okay for a while, but after a while it's like, okay, we get it, you're referencing all the old shit, it's like, you know, move on please. That's kind of what I felt from Dark Souls 3 as well sometimes. So yeah, this place is full of like, oh shit, forgot these guys actually deal damage. They're not like the old hollows or the hollows in the Undead Burg or all that. When I was gonna say, this place is full of weird nooks and crannies. Ton of hidden shit. Ton of weird like treasures and all that. Oh yeah, these fools. Who deal... Wow, okay. Forgot how low my defense is. And they're making weird noises. And I'm taking a lot of damage from these enemies. Eat shit. Weird. Ugh. I ate shit by falling off. We still died though. I think that's a she actually. Never mind. So yeah, that was death number 1. We shouldn't really die in the Painted World. Although going up there isn't even necessary. There's nothing there unless you want to farm these weird crow thingies. Shit. They drop souvenirs of reprisals, which is a covenant item, which is unfortunate. You know, it's like logging covenant items behind enemies that, but there's only like 6 of in the entire game is kind of weird, but I guess they've always done that. On some level, I'm kind of happy that the new game they're making, Sekiro, is not gonna have levels and collectible armor and all that, because certainly, you know, a character-driven story has its benefits. People act like, especially Souls fans, act like it's a sacrilege to have a normal story, but I don't think it is. I think there's nothing wrong with having a character-driven game once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, this is where you're gonna appreciate that you have sorceries, because these fools spew toxin, and toxin in this game, well, you know what it's like. I've actually forgotten how many ambushes there are here. Not even ambushes, but just kind of like... I swear you can make that. I feel like I've made that jump before. Maybe it's just very difficult to do. Hey, nice. Makes up for the humanity I lost by dying like an idiot. See, at this point I want to see what that treasure is that I missed. Because I'm always curious. I've made the jump once. And I got that thing, but I'm pretty sure doing that jump is not intended. Oh, it's twin. That's actually not bad. I can say that's worth it. Oh yeah? Eat this. This thing is full of these weird blobby dudes. The thing is, like, there's another one. What are they even spitting the fire out of? I actually don't answer that. We don't want to know, probably. Of course, I'm still on easy mode here with these spells. Don't exactly have to think hard when I'm going through this area. That's why I'm dying sometimes, because it's just like I'm pretty much playing with my brain completely switched off, which you can do if you're a sorcerer fairly easily. This is basically Dark Souls easy mode, as much as you can get there. Which I think is actually true for most of this game's late game stages. Nice. The footsteps look pretty nice. And this was even a thing in the old game. It's not something new they added. So, you know, the attention to detail was always there. No problems on that front. For a split... Oh shit. For a split second I wondered if that was gonna be a mimic. I would have been absolutely screwed if it was. Well, luckily it wasn't. Anyways, yeah, back up. I think we'll be able to clear this place out fairly quickly. I'm really only here for one thing. I'm not even gonna fight the boss. Because it's like... I guess for souls she would be okay, but it's like... She gives like 30,000 or something, so... You can just farm a few enemies and it will... And you'll have the same results, basically. As I said, what we're here for is the dragon. I'm gonna go and recharge my spells and unlock the shortcut before taking him on, just in case. This is a troll, right? This is not a hidden path. Yeah. People like to troll with those messages. Oh yeah, how about a crystal? Weird thing about these crows is that even though technically they can fly, they still take fall damage for some reason. Which is really bizarre, because it's like... They shouldn't really, should they? Oh yeah, you can massacre these things with Soul Spear. Because one thing I've not talked about, but I think it's worth mentioning, is that Soul Spear pierces enemies. I've not killed a single one, have I? They apparently... First of all, they're gonna annihilate me. If they do, I'll have to make the whole trip again. So it was stupid taking them on. Yeah, let's just play it safe and unlock this. Man, I would have been pissed if one of those things had killed me. Although it would have been probably the most deserved death. Alright. You know what we're gonna go for. You know what it is. Good old int. Again, we're becoming more and more neckbeard as time goes on. Focusing only on int. Only kidding, of course, you know. But then again, not. Alright. I should turn back into human form, actually. Never mind. Redo. Redo. Because I'll kill the NPC. He gives a decent amount of souls. Xanthus King. Just mainly just for the souls. And then the dragon. And that's pretty much all we're gonna do here. I ran the wrong way immediately. Okay. You have to be in a fairly specific point for him to spawn. Rather kill these guys from a distance. You don't want to fuck with these torch hollows because... Oh shit. I was like, man, that's a weird rename for Xanthus King Jeremiah. But it ain't Xanthus King. Luckily, if you've been watching my streams, you'll know that I'm already an MLG PvPer. So this fool is gonna go down. How far are you? Okay, we have a cheater. Fucking Torch Hollow. Get the hell out of here. Oops. Are you? I love... Okay. What? Oh, wonderful. That was not the best representation of my MLG PvP skills, but believe me, they are there. It's such a cheating ass weapon. Did you see how much damage that dealt? Although, well, first of all, this is for sure not a PvP build. I'll tell you that much. You can go for high intelligence if you're gonna PvP, but still, you need the HP and defense as well. Second of all, the fact that a giant ass beam like Soul Spear can get caught on a tiny ass stake coming out of the ground. It's not even, what is it? It's like a spear. That's like, well, it is a stake, isn't it? That's kind of bullshit. And third of all, I can always blame lag. So that's what we're gonna do. That guy was laggy as fuck. Alright. Now you'll see my MLG PvP skills. Versus this NPC. Who's apparently not spawning. I mean, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it if he doesn't, but it's really strange. I'm pretty sure I've hit his spawn point or his trigger. Oh well, again, I'm not gonna worry too much. That's really weird. NPCs have been behaving really bizarrely in this playthrough. Paladin Leroy didn't drop his stuff, which is super strange. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. But you know, let's not question anything here. Just roll with it. I'm hoping the glitch is still well and truly alive. There's a weird camera zoom. Did you see that? Anyways, gonna be pretty tough. Told you. Man, that was a challenge. And for all our hard efforts, we get a dragon scale, which puts me at still needing 2 more. I can still trade for 1. Oh, please tell me this glitch is still alive and well. Of course it is. So basically, game dev lesson 101, if you're gonna be cheap and reuse enemies. What the hell? You see him just drop his block like a fucking idiot. I know I'm getting lit up here by this sniper, but believe me, it's completely intentional. I'll finish my point on that dragon ass later.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank.
Just weird eyebrows, right?
Thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited.
Gotta pet the tail. And once we pet the tail, that wasn't the tail, but you get the idea. She looks a lot fluffier. She looks better than Seath. Not Seath, Sif, weirdly enough. And let's get the fuck out of here. Anyways, so if you didn't know, because they were rushed in finishing Lost Izalith, the enemies that they use there is the ass end of that undead dragon we just killed. And my theory is that because they reused that, they had to program an AI to it. When you hit that thing with a jumping attack, it stands up for some reason. Because, you know, it's like a repurposed enemy. So it's like, you know, again, that's what you get for being cheap. I shouldn't two-hand. There's no point. So yeah, that was the Painted World. The only thing I honestly wanted from there was the dragon scale. And I got that, so we can pretty safely get the fuck out of here. And yeah, the next step is gonna be... Well, where should we go next? Oh, it's time for the DLC, I think. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to go to the DLC now. I think the trading, I'll start an episode with that, because I still need to farm for the egg vermifuge and then get to the undead asylum and all that. So yeah, we'll just start off there in one of these episodes. So yeah, I think the Painted World and the first boss are gonna be fairly simple, especially with magic, and then even Artorias I think won't be a problem. Again, I still need to pump up my int to get White Dragon Breath, but essentially this is my spell setup. It's probably the most, for PvE, it's for sure one of the better or the most effective spell setups. Maybe some people like to switch out Great Soul Arrow for something. I prefer to keep it in to have a spell that you can just like use as a utility, you know? Kind of just like to kill the smaller enemies you might not want to waste a Soul Spear on. But yeah, in terms of effectiveness, this is up there. I mean, White Dragon Breath does a lot more damage, but the problem is it's not an actual projectile. It travels along the ground, which kind of reduces how useful it is, because it cannot go over any object, of course. Whereas if you're standing and you shoot a soul arrow, you know, it's still gonna go over like rocks and all that. Bit of a run, but what can you do? Again, I'm not too worried about this because the first boss is gonna get absolutely massacred, let me tell you that. Because the time has come to show the power of the thin crystallization catalyst. I mean, it looks okay. It pretty much looks like a mace weapon, but is that... wow. I didn't actually know that that was the attack animation. I thought it was a little stab. But as you can see, halves all your spells. I was worried for a split second that that thing was not gonna be there. They even redid the gate. Huh. Looks like something out of like Stargate or something. And is it actually on the wall? Oh no, it's not. Looks like a... people are probably not gonna know what a mechanoid is. If no one's played... probably no one knows about that game. But if you do know what that is, shout out. Get dragged in by the gross hand. As you do, you know. Now watch this. Like I said, this is gonna hopefully be a massacre. I'm just gonna go with crystal. It always sounds like I'm selecting like a stripper or something when I say that. What a bitch. Owned. Like I said, massacre. Still hold out the fact that this is one of the weirder bosses in the game. Just because, first of all, it gives you a soul. And it's the only soul item in the game that doesn't do anything. You can just straight up consume it because... yeah, can't be made into anything. And I don't know why they couldn't come up with 2 more weapons or even 1 more weapon. Man, that was a tough one. I was sweating during that boss fight. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, level up. Can't believe I can only get 1 level. But not with these. Haven't used my soul items in a while. I mean, we might as well go all in at this point. And quite a few. I know I should save some for emergencies, so to speak, but then again, if it comes to that, ugh, so annoying. This is the one annoying part of this new system. Like, why does it have to close the menu? Tell me that. One more. How much do we need? 37,000. It's not gonna be too difficult to get. Let's switch back to Logan's Catalyst. Again, Logan's for normal gameplay. Crystallization for bosses. That's a good, like, tactic. Except these bosses here have kind of high HP. Nothing wrong with this mushroom, obviously. I mean, I feel like they were exactly on this when they were coming up with this idea. As in mushrooms, I mean. I don't know the answer to this question, but yes. Yeah, mushroom as a grandmother, nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, she sells these low tier S spells, right? I can buy a couple. Hidden Weapon, Repair, and Chameleon I don't have souls for. But perhaps the one that's actually useful from all of these is Repair. I mean, Hidden Weapon, some people like it. Someone in my stream commented that they use it. But what it's really good for is giving you a free repair, obviously. As it suggests in the name. So at least I don't have to... Fairly nice looking particle effect, I would say. But yeah, again, it's good to have around just for that. If nothing else. Shit, I'm 25 minutes in. Not gonna be able to make too much progress here. But still. Even if these episode lengths have been kind of getting shorter lately, I'm getting more done in one episode just because I'm so insanely overpowered. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to a point where some of these enemies are actually gonna be challenging. So, you know, have to gather my Quan here and stop fucking around like I normally do. Although I think just this spell, I'm telling you, this is so good. This is, I would say that this is easily the best spell in the game. Just because of the... Oh shit, even that's a one shot? Okay. Apparently these things are bitches when it comes to magic. Ouch. They did the YOLO attack. Carefully cruising my spell choices, you know? Okay, that was... Are you kidding me? Top 10 evasion. I mean... When I talked about switching my brain off, maybe I even have time to make the whole kind of full circle here. It's probably not, but I'm already 28 minutes in. Gotta prepare. See, he's scared of that gesture. He knows what it means. He knows that I'm gonna blast him with Crystal Soul Mass or Crystal Soul Spear. He's just gonna get annihilated. And by the way, for anyone asking, you can offset the, you know, the catalyst having your spells with the Duskcrown Ring. That does obviously work. One of the more popular kind of low level, not even low level, but like glass cannon builds is those two rings plus the, what you call it, the red tear stone. Or I mean that catalyst, that ring, and red tear stone. And there you can just like take out bosses in 1 or 2 hits. That's a double kill if I've ever seen one. I'm really just like pretty much cheating here. I'm on a different level to these dudes. Yeah, that does look nicer as well. That used to look like shit. The Ulasil background. I watch this. Normally I just run past these guys because I don't want to deal with them. When I'm this well armed, I'm not even worried. Look, I'm wasting a soul spear on... Oh shit. It's a double kill again. Alright, well, that officially makes it shortcut unlocked. Man, I was sweating. That was kind of tough. Is Chester here? Yeah, he's here. We'll talk to you later. Obvious Bloodborne character. Which is weird because when this came out, Bloodborne wasn't even... I don't think it was even announced. When Chester was already in this game. I guess they already kind of knew what direction they were gonna go for the next game. It's kind of like a incredibly early tease for that. Which is kind of cool when you think about it. He's essentially a hunter. I mean, you can see it in his proportions and everything, how he moves. It's kind of cool. Alright, well, as I head back, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. I feel like we got quite a bit done. We're not far from the end here. Just gotta go through this DLC. So yeah, we'll end it here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.